Hi guys, Dmitro, your English tutor is here to help you a bit to improve at your Duolingo writing. And by the way, I really want to tell you that while you improve at your writing, subsequently and simultaneously you improve at your speaking. Yes, I'm serious. You see, I tell you, based upon my experience in this field, that the general principle of formulating the questions is the same for both writing and speaking at any test. Anyway, you are asked to speak about something or to write about something, you see. So, moreover, I want to tell you that a lot of phrases from your writing, in our case Duolingo, but it may refer to IELTS as well, to TOEFL, doesn't really matter. So a lot of those phrases you're welcome to use in your speaking. Yes, I'm serious. And your grade will be increased because, you see, some phrases, let's say, and approaches from speaking probably should not be transferred onto writing, because writing is more, let's say, academic, is stricter than speaking. However, if you love one beautiful phrase, which you have learned with your tutor, yeah, and you want to use it in your speaking very fast, okay, you're welcome. The system will not catch that, you have crammed it for writing, then you have used it for speaking. It's okay. Yeah, so what I mean is that now you're improving both your writing and speaking at the same time, which is very good, and I'm very happy about that. Okay, so we will now discuss one example of an essay and some ideas about it, how to get a higher score. Also, remember please that if you need urgent help in increasing your score, please feel free to contact me. The details I always put in the description of the video. So yes, I cost some money, but some of my students call me one of the most efficient tutors in the world nowadays, at least for Duolingo. I'm not sure about some other tests, but okay guys, so let's look at this task. Imagine that you're passing Duolingo, you're sitting and you understand that now you will have a writing interview or writing sample or whatever we call it. And of course you have 20 seconds, about 20-25 seconds to prepare, and you see this beauty. Let's read it. What is an activity you do for fun? How have you gotten better at this activity over time? Who do you enjoy doing this activity with, and how has it impacted your relationship? Despite like the seeming bulkiness of this task, it's very simple. See, the question is very primitive. I love such questions because they allow us to imagine, to philosophize, to create anything to write about. You're absolutely free. The problem with most guys is that, so they have two problems. The first one is language. You understand, yes, it's obvious that, I don't know, like do, does, have, has, have been, done, been, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's obvious, yeah. But the second problem, which is not even like of a lesser degree, but maybe it's even more arduous, is that they don't know what to write about. Why? Because they have not been taught at schools or to create ideas, to come up with ideas fast. Also, they try to write from their heart, you see, which is another great mistake. You're welcome to create anything you want. So I guarantee that you are able to answer any question created by a human mind, because you also have a human mind and you can play your arguments, your facts, and so create anything. Because I tell you, very often I see when we write with my students something, yeah, for example, he or she is writing and I'm watching, we're sharing screen, and so he has started writing something, then he writes one sentence, and then he freezes for, let's say, 2 minutes, and I'm peacefully sitting and watching how he or she is killing his answer or her answer. Yes, just killing, because if you skip 2 minutes, then you have 1.5 minutes left. It's a nightmare. You have killed your answer. You will not write enough words. By the way, yes, you understand that the minimum of 50 should be exceeded by, I think, at least 30 words maybe. So you please try to practice with your tutor or on your own to produce minimum 80 words, minimum, but still better, like 100, I think, is an ideal. 100, 110, something like that. If you like producing 130 or 40, that's very good. You will have a better score, but not 50 or 55. It's bad, very detrimental to your score. So, and the person, when he's sitting and thinking for 2 minutes and producing nothing, it's a very bad idea. I am watching and crying. I'm joking, of course. So then we discuss why. Why are you doing that? He said, I don't know what to write about. But how can you not know what to write about for this kindergarten? It's primitive. Like, I can give you 1,000 ideas. I don't know. So you see, the greatest problem is that people don't know what to write about. Uh, so, what is an activity you do for fun? Let's provide some ideas. I haven't been preparing for this, so now I'm looking at this for the first time as you do, so I don't know. What is an activity you do for fun? Okay, so let's I do boxing for fun. I do yoga for fun. I play the piano for fun. I paint and draw for fun. I take a walk in the park for fun. I call my friend and talk long on the telephone for fun. You see? I cook some, I don't know, stuffed meatballs for fun. I do gymnastics for fun. I drive my cabriolet for fun. You see, so hundreds of ideas. If you don't know what to write about, it means that your creativity is blocked to such a degree by your teachers and by maybe by yourself. That is, okay. How have you gotten better at this activity over time? You take some period of time, let's say 5 years or 1 year. Who cares? The algorithm of Duolingo doesn't care. Let's say 5 years. Let's take driving my cabriolet. So 5 years ago, I was driving very cautiously because I was afraid to hit someone. But now, I drive 100 miles in the city and even the police can't catch me. Yes, I'm humorizing, but you understand that the algorithm doesn't care even if you write like this. If your grammar is good, if your reasoning is good, you will have a high score. Of course, you will not write about the police, but now I drive with one hand and I can simultaneously do whatever I want, and I have learned the infrastructure of my city and all the roads, so I know by heart where the traffic light is, where the pedestrian crossing is, and so on. Who do you enjoy doing this? My girlfriend, for example, yeah. Before I had my roadster, our relationship was very tense and complicated and controversial. But now, when she gets into the car with me, she's my soulmate. So definitely it has impacted our relationship very positively because yes, now she loves me. She loves me with all her heart and blah blah blah. Of course, I'm doing this with a shade of humor, but you can take some activity, boxing, or badminton or gymnastics or whatever, fitness, yes. So I love doing fitness for fun, not for achievements. I go to the gym 3 times a week, yes, and there I work out with my friends, la 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 la. I have been doing it for 10 years. 10 years ago I was quite fat and bulky, but now I'm not so chubby. I already see my biceps in the mirror, biceps, and which I'm very happy about. I have a lot of friends there, so over the years our friendship has become more closer, and we help each other. For example, if somebody has a trauma or something, then we deliver some medications to his flat. So you can imagine that anything. We have created a group on Instagram and WhatsApp where we discuss some methods and diets for achieving even greater results. The problem with a lot of guys is that I tell you what they do. I think they go to YouTube, they watch the video how to write an essay for, let's say, Duolingo. So there are not a lot of videos for Duolingo, so they, okay, I will watch some video, let's say, for IELTS, yes, because anyway, it's an essay. They watch, and the problem with those videos is that the guys there, those teachers and so-called experts, they take too high a level of the language. I see that. So they write with you together this essay and everything is fine, but when you read this essay, you realize that a candidate will never write like that. 99% of candidates will not write like it's too complicated for them. So what those guys do simultaneously, they provide you with those cliches. Cliches are those patterns of speech, let's say written phrases, which are guaranteed to boost your score. But the problem is that Duolingo hates cliches, and you end up being punished for your cliches, and they politely ask you to resit the test. Of course, you're angry about this, and you blame everybody, including Duolingo. So, while it was so simple to think that don't please love cliches, try to abstract from them. They are killing your writing. Duolingo really is punishing you for a lot of my students, not a lot, but let's say several guys, they were punished for those cliches. I was asking them not to avoid, yes, I was dissuading them from Anyway, they had their point of view. Yes, they were stubborn in this, and so then they got punished. And when they rethought their strategy, next time when they used less those boring, stupid, idiotic cliches, they got better scores. Try to be yourself. The system will definitely catch your cliches because they analyze the libraries of millions of those essays. And you understand that if the system sees the first question, like here, for example, about this activity, yes, the question of which activity to choose, like nowadays, seems very controversial and debatable nowadays for a lot of people. Oh my god, the system sees that your tutor is a, not a very bright person, and you are, yeah, and so you have created this stupid cliche, like, to fill it with those it's idiocy. Try to avoid it. Be yourself. Like that. All my life I have loved jogging in the morning. The system sees that you are yourself. Then it's very easy to see that we have 3 questions. We will have 3 paragraphs. Remember about paragraphs. I love paragraphs. So for example, you're writing here, right, then you click enter and you slide to the next line. Don't please put here spaces. Some people, they not only put enter and they hop to the next slide, but then also they click spaces in order to make this then. Don't, because the system may think that you have had some word here and then you deleted the word, that you had some mistake and then you erased. No. Just click enter and you move along. Yes, so 3 points, 3 paragraphs, ideal structure. This trinity is the best, remember, but if you had 1 hour, of course, then the best idea is to have 5 paragraphs, like an SAT, TOEFL, when you have 30 minutes, 40, but here you have 5 minutes. So 3 paragraphs are enough for you to get 120, 100, as much as you like. Okay, my friends, so I think that I have in this philosophical video, I have highlighted some ideas for you to write. Remember, please, the crucial, the paramount idea is not to think very deep and not to write from your heart. You see, I mean, you are welcome to write from your soul, from your heart, if you know what to write about. If you feel you're stuck, create this. Create at the level of a teenager of 12-year-old, like 12 years old. Yes, he or she. How would she react to such a question? Don't be very philosophical. You will kill your answer, because for very philosophical writing, you need to have a corresponding vocabulary, which you obviously don't have. Otherwise, you wouldn't watch this video. And be yourself. Try to avoid cliches. Try to have 3 paragraphs. If you have 3 paragraphs, let's say 2 sentences in every paragraph, it is eventually 6 sentences. And I know already that if you have 6 medium-sized sentences, you have about 80 or 90 words. That's enough for you to have. And please, you will have 2 essays, 2. I don't care, how to think about them, because they are alike, I'm sure of that. So please try not to reproduce the same phrases. Introductory phrases, linking elements, transitions. Don't please try to avoid reproduction of those same phrases in the first essay and in the second essay. Because you understand, you're showing that your vocabulary is limited. But if you feel that you have 1 minute left and you need to write something, write as it is. Anyway, you can have a decent score. Okay, my friends, so I haven't written anything here, but I'm sure that to some of you who are struggling with your Duolingo, this philosophy will be useful, because it is based on pure experience. I have tutored hundreds of people to Duolingo, I tell you, so I know what I'm talking about. Okay, my friends, I wish you success at Duolingo and other tests of English, and see you in our next lesson.